Welcome. My name is Taryn Fisher from Antioch University New England, and I'm here just to speak to you for a few moments in the form of a welcoming statement, provide you some information about our agenda and about our 2 days together. Welcome to the second annual Global B Corp Academic Retreat. We're delighted to have you here, both for those of you in the room as well as those of you who are participating remotely. So again, I'll take the next few moments to set the stage for our time together over the next day and a half. We are joined here at the University of Toronto's Rotman School of Management by 40 or so academics in the room and approximately 100 or so participating remotely. As we start our meeting this morning, I'll introduce the planning committee, our meeting hosts and sponsors. I'll provide you with a very high-level overview of our agenda, and I'll share with you some important logistics about the building. And let's start there. So for those of you here with us in Toronto, we'll be serving breakfast in the morning. There will be refreshments during our breaks in the morning and the afternoon, and we'll be serving lunch today and tomorrow. There will be a sign-up sheet, and Rosanna, I may ask you for help on that, for dinner. Rosanna from North Carolina State, for dinner tonight. We're going to see if we can get some folks organized in small groups for an informal dinner meeting this evening. There are composting and recycling bins that we would like to ask that you use during our meeting. The Wi-Fi code has been posted, and so for those of you who are participating by Zoom, we would like to ask that you keep your microphone on mute unless there's a question and during a question and answer session, then we'll have you unmute. We'll also encourage you, if you have any questions or concerns, to use the chat function. We have a couple of folks in the room who are monitoring that, and so we'll keep our eye on the chat to make sure that if there's any questions or concerns that need to be surfaced from our remote participants, that we can engage you in that way. Okay, so at this time, I would like to very quickly introduce the planning committee, starting with Joel Gaiman from the University of Alberta, Fiona Wilson from the Paul College at the University of New Hampshire, Rosanna Garcia from Poole College at North Carolina State, Maria Amelia Correa from Sistema B, and our meeting host, the executive director of the Michael Lee Chin Family Institute here at the Rotman School of Management, Rod Lowen. And we really appreciate having Rotman host our meeting. A beautiful facility, thank you very much. Providing technical and on-the-ground support are a couple of students from North Carolina State, Adam Harris, Anna Campbell, and also providing on-the-ground support is Jennifer Puskar from Rotman. So if there's any questions or concerns about anything in terms of building logistics, we're here to try to answer your questions. A special shout out goes out to Jessica Thomas from the Poole College at North Carolina State. She'll be joining us tomorrow, as well as Rosanna Garcia from North Carolina State. They really initiated the first annual B Corp Academic Roundtable a year ago that took place at Wharton in Philadelphia. So we're delighted to be able to do this again this year, and really initiated from North Carolina State. So thank you for getting us off the ground. For the past year, a group of us has been meeting in a virtual format, and our agenda for the day and a half that we're together really sort of emerged from those conversations and from our meeting a year ago. There is a very detailed agenda for our meeting, which is nested within your Eventbrite invitation. So if you want specific details about what's happening when, please look at that agenda. But in a very high level way, the way we've organized our day and a half together is this morning, we'll be focusing on research and impact evaluation. This afternoon, we'll be joined by Bart Houlihan and members of the B Lab leadership team for a conversation about vision, strategy, sort of a forward-looking view at the B Corp movement. And then tomorrow morning, we'll be focusing on curriculum development and B impact teams. Those sessions are being led by the planning committee. Joel will be leading this morning, Fiona this afternoon, Jessica and Rosanna tomorrow. Over the course of our time together today and tomorrow, one of the very important things that we'd like to accomplish as a desired outcome of our time together is, what does the academic community look like going forward? So for the past year, it's been a very informally organized structure. A group of us meet once a month in a virtual format, and we talk about research, impact evaluation, curriculum development, sharing best practices around B impact teams, and so forth. And our question at this point in time is, how do we look forward as an academic community, and what does our infrastructure look like going forward? So hopefully over the next day or two, we'll be able to solicit feedback from you all to see what your thoughts are around how do we take this to the next step.